Roosevelt family. My name is Mike Flores, and I will be your MC for today's media activity for this 86th annual East LA Classic gathering. Last year we missed you all. We didn't get together because of the COVID, but we're together now, and we're hoping to have a fun night this Friday. The JV game will be starting at 4 p.m. and the varsity game will be starting at 7:30. So we're going to have some of our student representatives speak to you guys and give some encouraging words about the Classic. But I want to thank, first of all, Miguel Torres for organizing this media event. Thank you. And of course, we give thanks to the East LA administration for allowing us to have this great game in this beautiful stadium. It's good. No other high schools get anything like this, so you guys are very fortunate. But you guys are special. You're Garfield and Roosevelt. All right, so we want to go ahead and get started, but before we do, I want to thank the media representatives that will be here reporting the game. We have KCBS, Channel 2 and Channel 9. We have Connor from Scorebook Live is here. And Eric Sarney from Eastside Media. Been here a long time helping us out. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our event. And we'll start off, first of all, do you want these guys to stand or sit?
Yeah, they can stand.
You can stand? Okay. Ooh, it's going to be 2 hours. No. All right, okay. So we're going to go ahead and start the event, and we're going to hear, first of all, from Roosevelt High School Principal, Mr. Ben Gertner.
Good morning. As principal of Roosevelt High School and on behalf of the principal of the Math, Science, and Technology Magnet Academy at Roosevelt, Patricia Hansen, who's back there, I really look forward to welcoming our students, parents, faculty, staff, alumni, and community members for Friday's 86th East LA Classic. So for the first time since World War II, this incredible tradition was put on hold in 2020. So it is that much more special that we come together on Friday for the most anticipated sporting event of the year for East LA and Boyle Heights. This is an event for the entire community, a time when families come together to cheer for the red and gold of Roosevelt or the blue and red of Garfield. On Friday, we will stand united as a community of pride that celebrates our rich tradition and commitment to excellence. This Friday, we celebrate the best of both schools. Our athletes and spirit groups have been preparing for months to showcase their talents. I know of no other halftime show that features both schools' marching bands, cheer, drill, dance, and color guard teams. And every group works so hard to outdo each other, but more importantly, to share the pride that comes with being a Rough Rider or a Bulldog. I want to thank all the people at both schools whose hard work has made this event possible, and also to the staff at LAUSD, Local District East, East Los Angeles College, the Los Angeles School Police Department, the LA County Sheriffs, and the Monterey Park Police Department. Planning this game is a huge undertaking, and I especially want to thank our friends at Garfield, who as a home team have gone the extra mile to make sure that the game is safe for the players and the fans. More than anything, I want to recognize our players and coaches who have been working hard and anticipating this game for 2 years. Now is your moment, and we celebrate your commitment no matter what the result of the game. Both teams have done very well so far during their regular season. There have been teams that each has beat that the other lost to. This year is shaping up to be a very competitive game. and I, for one, can't wait for that opening kickoff. I know that everyone will enjoy this game, whichever team they are cheering for. Don't flinch, don't foul, and hit the line hard. Go Riders!
Yeah! All right, excellent job, Mr. Ben Gertner. And as he said, you know, just to repeat, it is a collaboration of a lot of organizations. You have the cheer band and ROTC. So many people putting this event together for you guys. All right, now it gives me great pleasure to bring up to the podium Garfield High School's principal, Mr. Andres Favela.
To our alumni, families, and students, as well as the entire East LA community. As the principal of Garfield High School, it is my honor to be the one to welcome you, the fans, back to the ongoing tradition that is known simply as the Classic. For nearly a century, our mighty Bulldogs have faced off against their crosstown rivals, the Roosevelt Rough Riders, in the game hailed as the oldest high school football rivalry west of the Mississippi. But last year, for only the second time in its 86-year history, this very special tradition was interrupted. So this year, this game will feel a little different and a lot more special and become yet one more thing in our lives that will no longer be taken for granted. Like so many events in our world, the global coronavirus pandemic took this historic game away from us last year. The only other time in this rivalry's storied history that this competition didn't take place was a period 80 years ago and a result of yet another traumatic world event, World War II. The personal impact of this latest tragedy will equally weigh on us for generations to come. There will be another hole in the chronology of the trophy that we battle for, much like the one made in our lives from the losses due to the sickness. But now, as we did previously, we move on. But not because we want to, but rather because we need to. The past is behind us, but we will never be apart from it. As we emerge into this new normal, so too returns the battle for East Side bragging rights, an event that we so dearly cherish. It is one that plays out in many ways for our students, on the gridiron as players, on the sidelines as cheerleaders, in the air with the music of our bands. It also plays out prominently in the stands, homes, and neighborhoods with our families that support our young people and is equally as important for them. I cannot recount to you how many stories I have heard of families who over the years have lived for the bragging rights to come with this singular event. The importance then of this game as not just for a scholastic event, but also as a community affair cannot be ignored. In this time more than ever, its presence means so much. So on the joyous return of this competition, let us both pay tribute to all that we have lost over the last year and revel in the return of the things that help us appreciate our world and make life worth living. Let the 86th meeting on the football field of these two fine academic institutions be both the next and the greatest chapter in the Classic's long history. What is past is prologue, said Shakespeare. The future is for our students. Thank you. Now, I just want to quickly note also, since we are in the pandemic, still in the pandemic, there are a few protocols that we will need to follow to attend Friday night's event. We will be making sure that everybody is either fully vaccinated, so they do need to show proof of vaccination, or has a negative COVID test within the previous 72 hours. We will have at both entry gates rapid COVID tests for those people that are not prepared, so they will be able to get tested there. Also, thanks to our Roosevelt colleagues, we do have St. Joseph's they're going to be providing vaccines on sites, first dose, second dose, and boosters for any of the fans wishing to get vaccinated there. So we are very much looking forward to seeing everybody on Friday. And let's go Bulldogs.
Thank you, Mr. Favela and Mr. Gertner. It shows the pride that they have for their school and their students. And now we're going to hear from our student. We're going to start off with Roosevelt's high school student body president, America Munoz.
Good morning, everyone. As they mentioned, my name is America Munoz, and I'm a proud student body president at Roosevelt High School and senior at the Magnet Academy. As you all know, being away for a long period of time took a toll on us all. The pandemic limited our ability to socialize with others, to see our friends, and even our family. When returning back to school, we had to readjust to what was a normal routine for us student, parent volunteers, teachers, and staff. The East LA Classic is more than just a game. It's a time where both groups come together as one whole community. My mom, who is a Roosevelt alumni, brought me to my very first game when I was younger. Walking into ELAC felt as if I was walking into Dodger Stadium, but obviously I couldn't tell the difference. I just remember having a good time with my mom and the rest of my family, which brings me to my main point of what the whole purpose of this game is. Yes, many people mention that it's a rivalry, but we see it as the exact opposite, as it resembles family and unity between both groups. Sorry, I just got nerves. Creating all these memories with our loved ones, which we will hold for the rest of our high school years or even for the rest of our lives, holds a deep meaning within all of our families. And as you can tell, many alumni return back to both schools and other people as well. And I believe that the East LA Classic is one tradition where we can all come together as one whole community and just create even more memories that will last with us for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
All right, America, beautiful speech. And now we're going to bring up Garfield High School student body president, Ashley Martinez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashley Martinez. I'm the ASB president at Garfield High School. I'm glad to see you all here today after a year of not seeing each other in person. This year will be the 86th annual classic between Garfield and Roosevelt. This game is not about rivalry, but rather the bond that has been formed over the years. The classic has allowed both East LA and Boyle Heights to come together as a community to celebrate a tradition. This tradition, however, came to a pause when the pandemic took over the world and left us wondering what would happen next. As COVID-19 infections were skyrocketing and hitting our communities the hardest, leaving many of our neighbors and community members without jobs, our community was able to come together and help each other out. When times became rough, our school made sure that no student was left behind by offering mental health assistance, educational support, and assistance for those families that were impacted the most. During these dark times, our school and community led us to a light at the end of the tunnel with their unconditional support. The pandemic may have kept us physically apart for some time, but now we're back. Coming back to a school and not seeing my friends and teachers' faces was bittersweet because although I was excited to see them, I was saddened by the time we were set apart. Getting back on campus and reliving what it takes to put an event like this together brought back many memories and lots of work. So for this, I want to give a shout out to our ASB team for staying long hours and making sure that posters were ready and school spirit was rebuilt. To the cheer and drill team for making sure that their choreography was on point. To the marching band and mariachi for practicing every day and learning their music. To ROTC for presenting the colors, and to the football players for making sure they practice every day to get to where they are now. This game would not be possible without the continuous effort and dedication put in by our student body. I also want to thank our amazing support staff like our ESB advisor, Ms. Harrington, for dealing with us every day, and to our principal, Mr. Favela, for advocating for us and making things happen, and to our football coach, Mr. Hernandez, for training our students, and to all the other amazing list of never-ending staff that makes Garfield what it has become today. I want to wrap this up by sending our football team off with lots of love and support and wishing them the best out on the field. Thank you.
Very good. Great words of encouragement. Great student leaders. We got to get a lady president out of one of these someday. All right, and now before we go on with our head coaches, I just want to recognize our operations, district operations, people representing Garfield. Henry Perez, who is a Garfield grad. And we have Miss Adriana Casades, who represents Roosevelt. All right, and now we're going to go on with, we're going to hear from our head coaches, and we're going to start off, first of all, with Roosevelt's head coach, Coach Aldo Paral.
Aldo.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the East LA Classic. I want to say thank you to Garfield High School for putting this event together. You guys are the whole school. You guys have done an excellent job, as you always do. And I just want to say thank you for putting this together. Also to our admin and all the support teams that have also done an excellent job preparing for this game. One person, well, thank you to the media too. Thanks to all the media that is here today and for covering this event. One of the individuals I really want to thank is a gentleman by the name of Dave Perea. And Dave is our AD. And Mr. Perea has been in education for nearly 50 years. And that's pretty incredible. I am really grateful that Dave has been there for me and for all the kids over the past nearly 50 years. Dave's an incredible man. I'm lucky to work with him every day. He provides guidance, mentoring, and he was our basketball coach for a long time. Took the team to the city title, and one of the things that I learned, I think it was this week, Dave said that he had a record of 11 years, 22 straight wins against Garfield. And I thought that was pretty incredible, that he was able to have that mark. And I'm hoping that this year I don't give Lorenzo that same distinction of having 11 straight years of wins against us. So Dave, thank you for everything you have done over the years. And as we know, things end, right? Things end, and I just wanted to make sure that Dave got his due. We never know. We never know what's going to happen year to year. And thank you for being here this year, Dave. So COVID obviously changed a lot of things. And a lot of good people passed. And, we had a pause, right? We had a pause in this game. And I'm just thinking about some of the guys that left us. Lost Coach Padilla. We lost Coach Chavez. And of course, a good friend of mine, Richard Guillen, Dickie. I miss Dickie for a lot of reasons. One, because he was a great man. He actually coached over at Garfield for a number of years, and then he made his way over to Roosevelt. Kind of like Padilla, right? Padilla was at Roosevelt, and then he made his way over to Garfield. And Chavez as well, And, that damn COVID took a lot of good people away from us. And it's a shame. You know, it really is a shame. So when you think about not playing a football game, as terrible as it may seem, what's really terrible is losing all the good people that we lost. So I miss Dickie, you know. I miss BSing with him in the old equipment room. And I miss just his laugh, right? His laugh, his presence. Just a lot of good memories about him. You know, I wore this shirt today because he gave it to me. And I was just talking to him this morning and hoping I wouldn't cry like I am now. But it's been tough. And our football players, you know, they mention him every day. The linemen, they go to their goalposts and they say his name. But even though he's gone, and many people that we lost are gone, you know, we have their memories. And that's a good thing, you know. This game continues again this season, and we're going to take on a really good Garfield squad. You guys have a great team. You guys are led by a great man, Lorenzo Hernandez. And I mean, you guys already know how I feel about you. So there's no sense in getting into that. But I do have a lot of respect for Lorenzo and his staff, and I have a lot of respect for you guys, you young men. You guys have performed very well on the field this past season. And so to your cheer squad, your admin, and everybody else, you know, you guys are a good ball club, right? You guys are a really good ball club. So, you know, this game has a lot of implications, right? And the most obvious is, you know, Garfield's sitting at 4 or 5, I'm not sure, in Cal Preps. And Roosevelt's number 8. And a couple of years ago, if you had asked us when we took the job, our staff, when we took the job, you know, we were a Division II program, and things were kind of in a free fall. So I'm really proud of the fact that we put Roosevelt in a good position. Our staff has done a great job as far as, you know, getting us into the open category, and at least we're being considered for an open opportunity. Of course, it all depends on what happens on Friday night. But, you know, we're just trying to do what Lorenzo has done, you know, which is schedule tough teams and, you know, get in the weight room and be dedicated to your craft, you know. And, you know, Lorenzo's done a great job. And we're going to do our best, and we've been modeling our program on Garfield's program. And we're gonna do our best this Friday, right? We're gonna do our best this Friday to, you know, get that win. You know, I just, there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but I really don't want to ruin, you know, the memory of Dickie and all the folks that passed. And so hopefully next year I'll be here and you'll hear some smack talk then. But this year, you know, I just want to say that I miss my friend. And I know he's going to be there. And hopefully he and everyone else is able to be here on Friday night, support our football team. We get together at 7:30, and hopefully, you know, you guys buy your ticket. If you're a Roosevelt fan, please do me a favor, buy your ticket at Roosevelt. The money stays there. If you buy it here, it gets chopped with Garfield, and there's really no reason to support them any more than, you know, than they need it. But like I said, I'm looking forward, right, to Friday night, and I'm, you know, just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, And I think our team is very well prepared, and we played some good squads, and we just hope to be in the best position possible to win on Friday night, and we hope that we can make Boyle Heights proud, make our school, our community proud, our alumni, but most importantly, make Dickie happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach Aldo. And now we bring up Garfield High School's head coach, Mr. Lorenzo Hernandez.
Thank you, everyone. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to everyone that plays behind the scenes here at our school, and I'm just going to acknowledge them publicly. First and foremost, just got a lot of love and a lot of support from them. Our principal, Mr. Andres Favela. Also, our athletic director, Stephanie Rodriguez, it's hanging back there. Our assistant athletic director, Mr. Ruben Torres. Our new assistant principal, Mr. Lopez, right down the middle here. Thank you, sir. And of course, we got our spirit groups here with our coaches, Coach Jackie, Coach Justine, and Coach Ashley, that's at work. Okay, also our great leadership, Ms. Harrington. Our ROTC and Sergeant Eason. And I apologize if I forgot anyone else, all right? So, again, I want to just thank them because I know there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. And one person that is always diligent to make sure we do the right thing also is Miss Annette Gayolna. I believe she's over there somewhere, our financial manager. So I want to thank them publicly. But just like Coach Aldo said, I think it puts this game into perspective. I think it puts life into perspective a little bit more on what just happened and what's continuing to happen within our neighborhood in regards to this pandemic. I think it ravaged a lot of lives, and I think it made football seem very, very, very minimal to what we really have always cared for in regards to a football game. So for that, a lot of lives were lost. One of those lives that were lost on our side was our alumnus, Danny Vargas. So there's no doubt. Also, Coach Guillen was with us for a while as well. Incredible man as well. But at the end of the day, we must move forward. And I know those individuals would want us to move forward, but at the same time, keep them in our memories in the passion that they had, both for Roosevelt and both for Garfield. Both individuals were very passionate in their own way. I can recall Danny Vargas just pounding at people. That's what he was. He was very physical, AKA tank. So those are the things that make Garfield what it is, and make Roosevelt what it is, and that is what's going to continue to make this game special because of individuals that were pillars in our programs and in our communities. So with that, I know our athletes here, one thing that I admire about them is I don't think at any point they ever mentioned they were undefeated. I don't think that was ever heard. I think it's just because of the way they carry themselves, and it was just on to the next game, on to the next game. Same thing with Roosevelt. Great record. I believe they feel that they shouldn't have lost to certain teams just like we did, but everything does truly happen for a reason. And I have no doubt that the culture that Coach Aldo has established, the offense more so than anything that he has refined over the years, you can watch it on film. You can see that there is clarity in what they want to do and how they want to do it. So I give Coach Aldo a lot of props for that. He's done an amazing job building, as he stated, moving up into the open division. And those are things that you want to do as a coach. You want to make sure you put your program in the best division possible in our section. And I applaud Coach for that, and I applaud his students, athletes for that, because that is remarkable to do. Back to our boys here, I know they're going to be ready. I know that the weight room that they put in the morning hours, rarely do people get up to do that, and that's what we try to instill: discipline, balance within their education, and they've done it so far. Their academics are unbelievable, probably the best group of kids we've ever had, We did not lose anyone to eligibility, and that is remarkable, not on anyone else's part, but theirs. Lastly, before I close, I want to acknowledge our coaching staff. They make me look good. They make the community look good. They make the student body look good. So for that, I thank them and I applaud them for their commitment, their dedication, and their vested interest in our student athletes. I invite everyone to this Friday night, 4 o'clock for the JV, 7:30 for the varsity. It's going to be an unbelievable matchup. I have no doubt that the passion that Coach Dickey had is going to be on full display. The passion that Danny Vargas has is going to be on full display, and we're going to do it in the most respectful, safe manner, and we're going to get after it. So be here, because it's going to be an unbelievable event. Lastly, before I close, I want to make sure we understand that we are here as a community to continue to showcase what we can do, both Garfield and Roosevelt. Thank you, and as Ms. Harrington says, woo woo, go Bulldogs!
All right, great speech, Lorenzo. As he says, you know, Garfield and Roosevelt are special places. You students are very fortunate to be going here. You guys show a lot of pride, and you always showcase yourselves. In the community, excuse me. It's just, you know, the pride that I have for you guys, and every time they talk about Garfield and Roosevelt, I couldn't be prouder. So, you guys, you never know where you may end up. I was a Garfield student, and then I ended up teaching at Roosevelt for 27 years. So I've been coming to this classic for over 60 years. The first 30 years I cheered for Garfield. The second 30 years I cheered for Roosevelt. But this is a great community, and you're going to show everybody, and you're going to make your parents proud, and everybody's going to say, boy, that's a beautiful place to be at. So now I want to bring on our team captains, and we're going to start off with Roosevelt's team captain, Mr. James Cortez.
Yeah! Check. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is James Cortez, number 1 quarterback safety for Roosevelt High School. I want to start off by saying a big thank you to everyone from both sides for making this event possible, not only for us, but for Garfield as well. This Friday night's going to be special for many reasons. Special, we're going to be representing Coach Dickey Guillen. Special because it's a straight shot to the open for us. And special because we haven't played this game in 2 years, and I think I speak on behalf of my team when I say we're looking forward to this event. You know, it's a big part. Classic's a big part of my life. Football is a big part of my life, and I'm very excited for this upcoming event. You know, COVID definitely put a pause on everyone's lives. I'm getting a little emotional thinking about Coach Dickey because, as it was a tough year for everyone. I lost family members, and then on top of that, I have to lose my coach. It's a tough event for, I think, everyone. Something that was definitely hard to swallow, but you know, we move on, and we practice every day in his honor, and that's what we want to put that on full display this Friday for Coach Dickey Guillen. We do our best, and it shows. You know, now we have an opportunity to beat Garfield. We have an opportunity to go to the Open, and I think it's something more that it's a fire in us that we really want. We really want this win more than anything. And I just hope that, you know, we do our jobs. We were very dedicated in practice. We've been very dedicated for the past several weeks, and I hope that, you know, at the end of the night, we leave ELAC College holding that trophy, securing that W, and getting a straight shot to the Open. Thank you. Go Riders.
All right, that's a great speech. Very good, James. And now it gives me great pleasure to bring up Garfield High School's captain, Raj Vitella.
Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. I'd like to thank, first of all, staff, coaches, athletes, drill, cheer, ROTC, and leadership, and all those I have not mentioned. Thank you all for coming to this event. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Coach Hernandez for letting me represent our Garfield football team, class of 2022. I'd also I'd also like to acknowledge the other students athletes here today: Manny Mares, Jaden Barnes, Aaron Flores, Jacob Ramos, Damien Cabrera, Juju Zamudio, JJ Garcia, Damien Cornejo, Robert Vega, Jason Vargas, and Andrew Rodriguez. As we all know, COVID hit our community very hard. We all went through tough times, losing one of our alumni, Danny Vargas, whom I did not know personally, but I know he did make a massive impact to our community and to the program. For the past 10 years, Garfield has walked away with the Classic Trophy. This is the one reason, the dedication that the coaches put in. That is the one consistent factor that has always been here. I'd like to thank Coach Hernandez and all our assistant coaches, Coach Blue, Coach Wicks, Coach Pat, Coach Shatterow, and all the coaches that I did not mention. This is all a big part of our community. I'm excited to play in this game. It's going to be a show on Friday night, and I'm glad to make it an 11 peep. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to the close of our media day. And we have one more. Oh, the captains. Oh, the captains with the picture. Okay, picture off. But anyway, it is going to be a great game. It's a great community. Teachers, you guys do a fantastic job of preparing them. Being at Garfield or Roosevelt is a wonderful place to work at. So we thank you for coming. We wish you the best of luck. Play safe, stay focused, and may the best team win. Thank you very much and good luck.